Hi, in this video, you're going to see me robo-invest and the entire step-by-step process of opening a Wealthify account, investing money, and then having my money work for me. But before I get started, what exactly is robo-investment? Well, robo-funds are far simpler than normal investing. However, you are tied to a portfolio of funds. That's because with robo-investment firms, you can't pick your own selection of funds. Instead, your money will be invested in a basket of funds selected by the robo-provider, and based on your risk profile, where the firm will ask you a number of questions when you sign up to assess the level of risk you're willing to take. But please always do remember that the value of your investment can always go up as well as down, and only you can decide if investing is right for you. But if you are going to do it, I recommend you invest for at least 5 years. This is because the longer you invest for, the longer you have to ride out any bumps along the way. Stay tuned to the end of the video, but if you do feel like investing in Wealthify like myself, I'll show you how you can get £25 when you open your own account and invest. I hope you find this video helpful. So I'm on the Wealthify website. I'll leave a link for that in the description box below for you. So the first thing I need to do is create a plan. And there are 4 options presented to me. An investment ISA, where you invest up to £20,000 a year with tax-free returns and access to your money at any time. A general investment, where you invest as much as you like, but returns are subject to tax and can be useful if you've already used your ISA allowance. There's also a junior ISA where you can invest up to £9,000 a year with tax-free returns for children under 18, and a personal pension, where you invest for your future in a pension with a 25% tax relief top-up. In this video, I'm going to apply for an investment ISA, which is also known as a stocks and shares ISA, and you can pay in up to £20,000 every tax year with tax-free returns. You even have the ability on Wealthify to easily transfer existing cash and stocks and shares ISAs. And the good thing with this is that there's no minimum investment and you can withdraw anytime without penalty. I'm going to create a brand new stocks and shares ISA, so I'll go ahead and click on Start an ISA. Use the sliders and choose an investment style to see how much your money could grow. So the first slider is the initial investment, and then secondly, a follow-up monthly investment. I'm going to initially put £50 in as my initial investment, and at this stage, I'm not going to create a monthly investment yet. Following that, it says choose your investment style. By default, it's on confident, where it says minimizing losses is as important as making gains. Movements up and down in plan value are acceptable with the aim of achieving good growth. Let's check out what the other investment styles are. So we've got cautious, minimizing loss is the priority. Small movements up and down in plan value are acceptable with the aim of beating inflation. After that, it's tentative. Limiting loss is important. Moderate movements up and down in plan value are acceptable with the aim of achieving reasonable growth. After confident, it's ambitious. Making gains is the priority. The risk of large losses and large movements up and down in plan value are acceptable with the aim of achieving high growth. And finally, adventurous. Maximizing returns is the priority. The risk of substantial losses and substantial movements up and down in plan value are acceptable with the aim of achieving the highest growth possible. I always personally follow the philosophy that you should only invest as much as you are willing to lose. So because I've put £50 in, if I were to lose that entire £50, it probably wouldn't make a massive change to my life. So at this stage, with this small amount of investment, I'm actually feeling like going for the adventurous route, just to see how things play out with the Wealthify account. Taking that information on board, at this stage, I feel comfortable going for the adventurous investment style with my £50 initial investment. Further down, it says choose your investment theme. Here we have 2 options, original, which is a classic blend of investments from the UK and overseas, or ethical, a blend of environmentally and socially responsible investments. The next page says your Wealthify plan summary. So here it just outlines again what we've already selected. My £50 initial investment, I'm not currently investing anything monthly, the investment style is adventurous, and my investment theme is original. Your projected value, our prediction of how your investment ISA could perform based on the risk level you've chosen is an initial £50 investment, projected value of £78.73, if the markets perform better, £136.16, or if they perform worse, £43.62. And it's worth pointing out, it does state that these are forecasts and not a reliable indicator of future performance. With investing, your capital is at risk and you could get back less than you put in. Next up is the all-important fees. It says here what you'll pay. We've estimated what you'll pay based on how we expect your investment ISA to perform. So the Wealthify fee is 0.6%. So for the first year, it's 31 pence, with the average investment cost being 0.10%. And again, for the first year, that's 5p. And so in total, the first year's fee is going to be 36 pence. If I click on the what do I get for my fee link, it says we keep fees low by using technology to do the heavy lifting and selecting funds that represent good value for your money. You get fully managed investments. Our experienced investment team build you a plan, then monitor the markets and regularly make adjustments to what you've invested in to keep your investment goals on track. A diversified plan. We choose simple, low-cost funds and focus on a mix of investments that target a consistent return over time. All the costs of buying and selling investments are included. 24/7 access. See how your investments are performing anytime on our app or online. Here to help. Support from our knowledgeable team when you need it by phone, live chat or email, and growing your investment knowledge. Access to the latest news and insights in our blogs and articles. So here at the bottom it says where your money is invested. We build you a diversified investment ISA using funds from leading providers. In the first tab it says investment type. So here we've got cash, shares, government bonds, cash equivalent, infrastructure, and property. Next tab is region. Here we've got Asia excluding Japan, emerging markets, Europe, global, Japan, the UK, and the US. And the final tab is investment funds. Here it says the list below shows some of the investments contained within your investment ISA. So we've got Fidelity, HSBC, L&G, Royal London short-dated UK government bonds, and here hovering over the I next to where your money is invested, it states that this represents how your investment ISA will be invested today. Over time, the mix of investments will change to give you the best chance of achieving your goals. So what you've just seen here today isn't necessarily what it's going to be going forward, as it's robo-investing. Alright, so that's some good information there. I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. So here it says you're a few steps away from having a personalized investment plan that will help your money work harder. Set up an account and let's get started. Pretty bog standard questions here, so just putting my first and my last name in and my email address, and then creating my account. After clicking on create my account, it says, before you invest, we need to ask you a few simple questions. We'll ask you about your investing experience, attitude to risk, and your finances. Before you invest, you should make sure you have adequate emergency savings, generally around 3 months outgoings. Investing should be viewed as long-term, typically 5 years or more, to give your investments time to recover should markets fall. Answer as accurately as possible. Your answers determine whether you can invest with us today and the investment style you can choose. Our regulator, the Financial Conduct Authority, asks us to do this because we manage investments on your behalf. And by continuing, you confirm you're over 18, you're a UK tax resident, you haven't funded an investment ISA with another provider since the 6th of April 2022, and you haven't exceeded your £20,000 annual ISA allowance. And you will have a maximum of 2 attempts to answer the questions. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Suitability Review. And it says here, your investing experience. Step 1. What's your experience in investing? So I'm right down the middle. I have some experience, so I'm going to go ahead and select that option. Which word most closely matches how you feel about taking a risk with your money? Got danger, uncertainty, opportunity, and thrill. I would say opportunity is the best word that closely matches how I feel. How easily do you adapt when things go wrong financially? The options here are with great difficulty, with some difficulty, quite easily, and very easily. For me, I think quite easily probably suits me best, so I'll select that option. Is a pay increase more important to you than job security? So the options are definitely less important, probably less important, probably more important, and definitely more important. I'm in the probably less important camp, so I'll pick that option and then click on continue. Step 2. Your attitude to risk. When deciding what to do with your money, are you more concerned with possible losses or possible gains? The options are always possible losses, usually possible losses, usually possible gains, always possible gains. For me, it's usually possible gains, so I'll select that. How much risk are you currently prepared to take with your financial decisions? Very small, small, medium, large, and very large. I'm going to go ahead and select medium. Imagine you had invested £1,000. After 1 year, which of these losses would make you feel uncomfortable? I am not prepared to lose any money. A loss of £100, a loss of £200, a loss of £300, or a loss of £500 or more. Again, when it comes to investing, I only invest the amount of money that I will be comfortable losing if worse comes to worse. So I'll pick the £500 option. If you were investing £1,000, which option will be acceptable to you after the first year? A chance to gain £55 with the risk of losing £55. A chance to gain £75 with the risk of losing £75. A chance to gain £90 with the risk of losing £90. A chance to gain £120 with risk of losing £120. Or a chance to gain £150 with risk of losing £150. I'll pick a chance to gain £120 with risk of losing £120. I'll go ahead and click on continue. Then it says your finances, step 3. What type of income do you have? A fixed income from employment, a variable income from employment, or income from somewhere else. Then it's what's your monthly income after tax? And that should include your salary, pensions, rental income, and any state benefits. Next up is what's your monthly outgoings? Include your rent, mortgage, any bills, and your general living expenses. I'm interested to find out why this has been asked, so I'm going to click on why do I have to tell you my outgoings? We calculate your disposable income to determine if you are eligible to invest. Before you invest, you should make sure you have adequate emergency savings, generally around 3 months of essential outgoings. Then it says, in addition to the £50 you're investing today, how much do you currently have in cash, savings, and investments? You should exclude physical assets such as cars and property. Again, I'm going to go ahead and click on why do I have to tell you about my savings and investments? We look at your cash and investments alongside your debt to determine if investing is right for you. Before you invest, you should make sure you have adequate emergency savings, generally around 3 months of essential outgoings. Not counting any mortgages or student loans, what is the total value of your debt, such as any outstanding credit card balances and personal loans? Let's click on why do I have to tell you about any debts? We use your debt answers to determine if your proposed investment is appropriate for you. Before investing, if you have any high-value, short-term debt, it's normally a good idea to pay this off, as interest on things like credit cards and bank loans can be expensive. Please include the total value of short-term debts, including credit cards, personal loans, and overdrafts. Don't include student loans and mortgages. So with those questions answered, I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. Here it says review your investment style. Thanks. Based on what you've told us, you need to review the investment choices you initially made. We asked some questions about your approach to risk. You originally chose investment style adventurous, but your answers indicate that you should choose an investment style between cautious and ambitious. Although higher risk investments have the potential for greater returns in the long run, you could experience large downward movements that you may not be comfortable with. So earlier on, I picked the adventurous option. But since I've answered these questions, Wealthify has figured out that I should actually go for anything between cautious and ambitious, and adventurous is now grayed out for me. So I'll take that on board and I'll go ahead with the ambitious plan. But it does say here at the bottom, once you're happy with your chosen investment style, click accept and continue. If this doesn't feel right or you think you made a mistake when answering, you can retake the review one more time. I'll stick with ambitious and go ahead and click accept and continue. So now it's gone to the updated Wealthify plan summary that we saw before, but now this time round, it's changed the investment style to ambitious and the projected values have altered. So I'll go ahead and click on continue. Then it says here your details. Please check that you've entered your details correctly, as we'll use this to confirm your identity. Well, this first section is personal details, title, first name, last name, gender, date of birth, country of birth, address, contact details including email address and telephone number, and an option for how you would like to hear from Wealthify. Once that's all filled in, I'll click on continue. Financial information. So this information is collected for regulatory purposes. So we've got employment status, profession, annual income, source of money being invested, nationality, tax information, and bank details. Once that's all filled in, I'll go ahead and click on continue. And then we're at the legal bit. So we've got the terms and conditions, which should be downloaded and carefully read. before proceeding, and then the ISA declaration. So your declaration records the terms of the application made by the applicant named below, where it reiterates my name, my address, date of birth, and my national insurance number, which I completed previously. And here at the bottom, before I can kind of continue, it does say I have to tick a box which says I subscribe to an investment ISA for the tax year 2022-2023 and each subsequent year until further notice. And then it says important. Wealthify doesn't provide financial advice. This means you are responsible for deciding whether this investment is right for you. If you are unsure about any aspect of your finances, it's sensible to speak to a financial advisor. And you can find one in your area on unbiased.co.uk. And by continuing, you confirm you have read and agreed to all the documents above, and the information you have provided in this application is accurate and correct. I'll go ahead and now click on Agree and Continue. And here it says Fund Your Plan. Select the payment method you'd like to use for your initial investment of £50. I have two options here. I have the Improved Bank Transfer, where you'll need to arrange a transfer with your bank, either online or over the phone. This should appear on your dashboard within 3 working days. Or you can do direct debit, where you can make a one-off direct debit payment from your bank account, which should show on your dashboard within 10 working days. I'm going to go for the bank transfer route because it's a little bit quicker, and it's improved apparently. So let's select that option. And then it says, how would you like to make this bank transfer? We can only accept bank transfers from the below bank account. Wealthify is able to get my bank account details because if you remember, I filled them in earlier on. This is the account you need to sign up to Wealthify. Any payments from another bank or savings account will be returned to you. If changes are needed, please contact us using the live chat or phone the number. So it has my bank account details there, and it says here, make an easy bank transfer using online banking, either through your bank's website or app. So when I click on Easy Bank Transfer, it says Step 1, log into your bank. Step 2, choose your account ending in that number. And Step 3, complete the payment. Off screen, I'm logging into my bank account. And as you can see, things change on this page as I log in or I approve the transaction. The page automatically changes here on Wealthify, and it states here, your payment is on its way. Brilliant. Your payment of £50 was successfully submitted. Once completed, you'll see the money appear in your dashboard, and this could take up to 3 working days. We'll also drop you an email when it arrives. And as soon as we receive this, we'll start putting your money to work. Great. Let's go ahead and click on Continue. And we can see here immediately in the dashboard it says your plan is currently awaiting funds. Once they are received and invested, you will be able to view and monitor your plan. So I log in about 3 days later, plan value is now £50, and now those £50 are hard at work. As I can see here, it says pending transactions and all the purchases and sales that have occurred in the already short amount of time that it took for me to create the account and for my £50 to clear. If you're interested in investing, I'll leave an exclusive link in the description box below where you can get £25 when you open and invest in your own Wealthify account. I really do hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please do give it a like and consider subscribing. Why not share it with someone else you think may benefit from it? And if you have any questions or comments, leave them for me below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I've been Tesh from The Form Filler. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.